look at what we call best meat? Have we looked at best meat? Can you go to Belgium and get the remote? we're looking at the basic needs. Let's see how we proceed. So in principle, we have 6 hours to go, right? 6. Was the 9th second. So we shall be looking at the basic needs approach. Right, so let's see. Basic needs approach in social research. Use the manual. So we look at the basic approach, and I think next time we use quite a number of topics because the rate is end. We actually left with 6 hours or 4 hours. We shall look at the life cycle and also shall when we meet next, and we conclude by looking at the social protection in Malaya context, looking at the different issues. So today, let's look at the basic needs approach to social protection in Malawi, and not in Malawi, but in Malawi. What do we mean by basic needs approach? So, this concept is based on an idea of understanding that that is request conservation. People are talking about what are basic needs, so that's things that we need to understand. Then the Filmer and Hammer argue that basic needs is basically understood as an economic concept, and therefore people understand it as an economic concept. But in a real sense, we discover as we proceed that it is not only an economic sense, it is also a social issue that involves human beings. And because of that, these 2 gentlemen or 3 gentlemen argue that basic needs approach should not be used in the social process because it's not observable. We cannot observe basic needs. And they think that if you talk about basic needs, why they talk about evoking emotions is, if you now ask you a question, right? If they say, Mr. Owen, you're under social class, what comes to your mind? Everybody say about him, story, I'm going to touch. What does that mean? To me, they're very, right? So it is very emotional when you say, you belong to these things. And when you say, who does this? Says, no, I'm going to touch. That becomes an emotional issue, right? And therefore, it is not very good to think about it in terms of the economics, and you just think about economy, and that's what you do. So far, so good. And actually, people have also referred to destiny as an issue of preference. Right, so move on. Preferences, right? You remember, can anybody tell me if you remember anything about this term, preference, where we use this and how we use this, and it was in the same class. Can anybody remember? When we are looking at livelihood portfolio theory, do you remember? I don't know. When we are looking at livelihood portfolio theory, we look at the livelihood portfolio focusing on two things, right? The needs of an individual as seen from your angle, right? Yeah. And the preference. That even when you decide to give somebody something, should be something which is preferred by an individual, right? Because if you want silver and I give you chinang, you eat it because you are poor, you don't have anything, right? But if you have, you say, no, but I prefer this to that, right? So when we look at issues of basic needs, also, it should not just be about because people are very poor, then you give them. They should also prefer to have something because it is good for themselves. That's what this means here. And therefore, you need that basic needs is about how we address poverty at very, very lowest level. That's what is basic needs, at very, very lowest level. And when you use the term preference, it's a bit demeaning, really. We are already poor, and somebody reminds you that we are poor. How do you feel about it? Yeah. So sometimes when the terms that we use should match what we are supposed to do in our own professions or something like that. So now, when you look at the social policy viewpoint, basic needs is actually something which is observable. What they mean here is that basic needs is observable. If somebody has no house and gives that individual a house, that is observable, right? You can tell that somebody who has no shelter now has shelter. It means you are able to observe. Now, if somebody is sick and goes to hospital, it's a basic need. Health is a basic need, right? A child who never went to school and goes to school, it means the education is a basic need. So you can observe individuals moving from the situation to a better situation. Sick person to a fit person. But never been to school, into school. No shelter, with shelter. So you can observe this. So these things are not supposed to be emotional child. You cannot think about it. I mean, you cannot say no. You have no shelter, somebody gives you a house. You cannot say no. Right? So in social policy terms, basic need is important and nobody should feel demeaned about it. It's something that is supposed to provide and support an individual life. So that is what it is. Alright, and if we move further, Dole and his colleague, of course this is a very, very old book, but it's not old because when they were writing, it was fashionable, you know that, right? Says, actually both basic needs are universal, and everybody must acknowledge this. They know, somebody knows that somebody needs a house, somebody needs Medicare, somebody needs this, so they are universal. And what it means therefore is that, yes. Oh, it's good. Still read. Is it okay? Alright. So, actually, the issue that in terms of social policy, we think basic needs are universal and they should be acknowledged, and therefore individuals should be able to get such things so they can be sustained in their lives. Now, Let's look at the issues of needs and issues of preference. Let's look at our bullet number 3 here. When you look at the needs, we will discover that they have very distinct characteristics, right? And because of distinct characteristics, you can test them. In other words, there is a fact that people require to be assisted based on their needs, right? So needs are something that somebody can actually identify and also be able to provide for those needs. And therefore, they're very, very quite important. So you see that there's a controversy between what economists think and what social policy experts also think. Social policy is about providing for the wellness or the well-being of people. Economics looks at economic factors first, then human being. Social policy looks at human being first, then economic factors. That's what it gets, right? Now, if you look at our situation in Malawi as an example, why do you think we are poor? Or are we not poor? What makes you think that we are poor? Anybody? What makes you think that we are poor?
Because we are lacking a lot of
needs. What are they? So, we are regarded as poor because of lack of investment in most cases, right? And when our poverty is measured from the economic point of view, they are looking at those things, right? Your level of literacy, your level of income, your level of production, and all sorts of things, right? Level of consumption. All these things come in as indicators to measure our poverty levels, right? So you can see that from both point of view, each of those needs is important. Now, a very simple question. What do you think would be appropriate way to address our poverty as a country in Malawi? Let's just brainstorm a bit. What do you think would be? What do you think? There's a question, was an assignment or during the mid-service. Identify any type of poverty, right? And explain how it can improve an individual's life at family and community level. Still right? And what we're discussing here is actually about those things. How can we improve an individual's life at household and community level in the context of poverty? We're talking about all these things, the availability of basic needs, right? Which in turn will lead to human capital development, and which also in turn will lead into productive force into the economy. So you can see that it goes as feeds into the economy. So the idea of looking at our situation, social protection from the angle of economics into the social development seems to create that controversy. But the actual real sense is that they must work hand in hand. That's it. We cannot have economic development where you have poor human capital development. There's no. You can't have everybody who can't read and write and at the same time produce into the economy. It's not possible, right? So you can see the type of dialogue that we're trying to have here. So indeed, basic needs will define what our levels of protection are, our poverty are, and also what types of interventions in terms of social protection systems that we can bring about to address that issue. All right. I was trying to think about it. As I said, maybe I'm being too complicated, but I thought you were enforcing, right? Yes. You must end up with complications so that we're able to understand the world. When we get into the world, and you get these things that happen, you can't understand them. You will not be complicated. You need to be complicated when you get it. So, one thing that best needs approach is the universally accepted measurement of absolute poverty. That's it. So, we talk about basic needs. We talk about absolute poverty. If they say you are lacking basic needs, what that individual is trying to tell you is that you are very, very poor. Simple and straightforward. And it also does define our minimum resource necessary for long-term well-being. It tells us what we need for our well-being as we proceed, and also does try to measure our levels of consumption of goods and services. If you are poor, your consumption of goods and services becomes very low, actually. You may have electricity, water, whatever, clean water and electricity, right? And because you don't have resources, you cannot afford those things. So just define your position. You are too low to afford your clean water, you are too low to afford electricity in your homes and things like those. So these will actually be defining your level of poverty at that particular time. So here, we'll talk about goods and how we differ. We talk about what we call goods in brackets and real goods. Is there any difference between goods and real goods? In terms of social policy and basic needs. What are goods? Real. And what are real goods? Anyway, just to define it quickly, goods could be any services, that's what I say, goods and services, right, that a state or government offers to its citizens. Right? That's what it is. Now, if it offers to its citizens across the board, it means that nobody pays for those things. There is no target, no objective, everybody can get those things. But some of those goods or services you will require to pay for. You understand that, right? Yeah. So the goods become segregated by whether you pay for access or whether you get them as provided by the state. Now, the goods that you pay for to access are the actual goods that the state or government can offer. Right? Am I clear? The real goods, according to social policy, are goods which are provided to everybody for free. What goods do you think government provides to people for free? Anything. Think about something which anybody can access for free. You don't pay for it, right? You just get them as provided. Whether you are rich or poor, you still have them, right? That's the difference. Whether you are poor or rich, you still have them. And the others, that when they are available, you must be able to access them by way of contributing or buying or something like that. So, the real goods refers to some public goods which are free for everybody. Nothing in mind. Street rights, for example. Those are real goods. Who pays for street rights? Who do you think pays for street rights? When a poor person accesses street rights, the street rights switch off because you are poor. Huh? Do they switch off? Would you William, you are poor, you go back to the zima pa, you work with this, you work with this, you can do sayaki as a rich man, go ahead. Do they do that? No. These are the real goods, goods that the state provides, and nobody, whether you are poor or rich, you use it. Of course, the example of a road is a bit complicated, but a road also is a public good, right? It's a real public good, because everybody walks on it, poor or rich. But for the rich, they pay for it. That's how the road starts, right? Yeah. But for all of us who just trample the soil, we pass through the road for free. It's called a real public good, right? Where government provides for everybody to use, and things like those and stuff like that. So all these things, even when you look at basic needs, for example, in some countries you will have free education, right? Start from nursery to maybe university, free education. That becomes a real public good for everybody to benefit, rich or poor, right? And in our head, we have free education. Yes, we do. Very much. But is it free?
No.
What do you say no? Do you pay school fees for private school pupils?
Somehow.
Okay, so there is always this somehow. In other words, yes, in terms of policy it is free, but in the actual implementation of that policy we are paying even more than the school fees which is supposed to be paid. Right? I'm talking about pay for the watch fund, pay for the water, all sorts of things, right? Yeah. So this is how we look at issues of public goods and real goods. And therefore, if you talk about issues of basic needs vis-a-vis social protection also must address issues of the real goods where those people cannot afford, should be able to afford. Right? So for people who, for example, go into community development in the community, right? You have Madrara, those in water, Madrara, those are real goods because everybody benefits. And why they come to those people in those communities is because the government recognizes that they need water, right? In those villages, in those small communities, and therefore they can provide for free for support. It's part of social protection in terms of providing water for use by those individuals in the communities. So, basic needs approach recognizes that countries will have different requirements, and which is true. Countries differ. Just like in social work, I think I've given you a very good example for those who are in social work. You can have a similar social problem, two individuals having a similar social problem, right? But does not mean that that social problem affects each one of you equally. Does not, right? It will differ based on the nature of the problem, the nature of the causal factors, and the nature of the pressure that it has on an individual. So it becomes quite different. And the approach to that also will be different. You approach an individual's problem differently based on the characteristics of the elements surrounding that social problem. So this is very good. So you can put it. So in terms of basic needs, countries also have different characteristics, socio-economic or political, and something like that. It means their requirements for basic needs also differ based on their characteristics. Basic needs for countries which have economic problems will be different from those that have political problems. For example, countries where you have violence and wars and everything, the basic needs will be very different from countries which have social problems or economic problems. Simple example. The problems that we have in Malawi here, socially or economically or culturally, right, are different from the problems that guys in here that they have. Yes, they have or in Sudan, just here, now about Sudan. They have their political problems around. It means their needs at that particular time focus on the political situation in their countries. Maybe it's about now security, how to get secure, how to get transferred to other countries, how to get things like those, right? But here, social and economic is about how do we meet our basic needs, how do we meet our consumption every day, how do we meet our economic needs and things like those. So, what do we mean here that each country has its own characteristics and therefore their requirements for basic needs also differ based on their unique situation. And therefore, it means that the differences that occur between and amongst countries also will be a reflection of that. Student reference? Are you part of us? All right, okay. Based on what we have discussed about, the differences in the characteristics and how you look at the basic needs, Satan comes up with the following as the basic needs. Right? Number one, what we call the bare survival type of basic needs. Number two, what we call the continuous survival type of basic needs. And number three, the productive survival type of basic needs. So basic needs can be viewed from these three angles. And when given that, it means our flexibility actually explains why of those three types, right? The social, economic, political, and whatever it is, will actually translate into how you understand these three basic needs here. So when we talk about bare survival, third verse, what would this mean? Bare survival of basic needs, what is that? Okay, anybody? Yeah, that's it. So who else? When? Nobody's going to help me. Okay, so when we talk about core basic needs, we talk about the three: bare survival, continuous survival, and productive survival. The bare survival will be the immediate consumption. The bare survival. Okay. Will be the immediate consumption, right? For you to survive. Immediate. A transfer, whether the food, whatever it is, for you just to survive, something like that. When we talk about continued survival, we're talking about what is continue, to continue to do it. What is continue? So, continued survival, it means you are supporting that bare survival. So things like cash transfers, for example, these are continued survival mechanisms because you keep on getting them every month. That's why they're predictable, so that you survive, you continue to survive or something like that. Now, productive survival, these are type of survival which leads to what we would call building assets for an individual, right? So that you move out of poverty. So productive survival are types of survival mechanisms that enable an individual to build or to accumulate assets that can lead to that individual's moving out of poverty. Now, some of these things, if you look at our framework that we had last time, do you remember? Anybody? This is about to tell us. I told you that if anybody really wants to understand social protection, you must understand your somebody teaches and he goes in this for me to create for him, right? We're talking about the seven guys. This is Kali. Okay. Now, just to simplify what we're talking about there, let's look at the social protection. Good. Let's go. I want to take you through social protection. What is this? Strategies or programs, right? So it says there. Renewable. Social security. What is this? Guys, I've been repeating this thing over and over. You need to understand. Okay? Here you have most. Let's proceed. What's that? Johan. Is Johan here? Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, we come here. When we come here, can someone help me? We want to build this so that we are able to understand what we're trying to illustrate there. Let's explain and also to give you actual visual illustration of what is supposed to be. Anybody who can come up? Okay, so social distance, okay. Distance. Okay, this is here. Anybody? You got 4 hours to go to finish.